Hey, in this video today, I'm going to be giving you guys some updates as to what you should be looking out for as a cybersecurity beginner that's getting ready to go ahead and pass their background check. More to the point too, even if you are not at the background check stage, you guys should actually have some of these things ready because a lot of times, like our students here, they like you prepare for the background check when it's like too late and then you end up having to start all over again. That is something, whether you joined my program or not, I wish that on absolutely nobody, especially on this market. So I'm going to give you 10 things really quick to go ahead and absolutely go ahead and do. 10 things to go ahead and absolutely go ahead and do. But first things first is, for a lot of people that we've worked with and I've seen in the past that's transitioning into the cybersecurity field right now because it's so hot, it's the first real, like I would say, corporate job that they've had. So you want to do like a digital footprint cleanup. This is not so much a problem if you're lucky enough to land into a Spotify or if you're lucky to go ahead and land into like an Airbnb. And I'm just giving out really random examples. But some companies, and more to the point, some team leaders are very strict about how you're representing yourself out there. So like Google yourself, LinkedIn yourself, right? Make sure like your LinkedIn profile actually matches. If you want to go ahead and get access to this exact template, well, I can go. Please join our school here. It's called Tech Career School, and I'm actually in the process right now of running a challenge where we're going to be hosting calls 5 days a week, and the admission price is only $67 a month, month to month, no strings attached, cancel basically anytime. But basically, the entire thing is driving people to go ahead and land their first cybersecurity job, or for those of you veterans that need that extra bit of accountability, to make sure that you guys are out of here within 30 days. That's all it's going to be, $67, right? So doing a digital footprint cleanup, making sure like your public records have been verified, and then scrubbing off anything else that like, search for legal issues, any problems that you guys have. Like you'd rather go ahead and get ahead of something that could be a problem that's happened with some people that we worked with in the past as well. If they told us and we were upfront about it, because in cybersecurity, you're dealing with a lot of sensitive information, regardless of the entry level or definitely even more at the senior level. And right now, with cyber theft and cyber crime being at an all-time high, they want to make sure that all the people that's working in the back end that has all this access to sensitive information, they're good to go. Education, certification, validation, make sure you're Gucci on this end. This is probably 1 in a million, but for whatever reason, when they ran a check, we had somebody before where there was a clerical error. I don't know how it happened, but like they checked the CompTIA records and this person's name did not show up. And it just turns out when they were filling out this information, I think they had the birthday wrong or something. You want to make sure you're Gucci on all of this because like background check is no joke. And most people, they prepare for it at the very, very end when they should be preparing for it at the very beginning. This is why if you're watching this video right now in our curriculum, it's because, well, I'll go out there and tell you why. This is the first thing you should be worrying about. Before you even get your resume done, before you even get your LinkedIn done, before you even get your cover letter done, you should be worrying about making sure all your background check stuff is squared away and have the intention. Some people, they landed jobs we cracked the code on this thing. They can go out there and go in a background check within 8 days. They don't tell us all this other stuff, and then they end up crying about it at the end. It's too bad, but it happens. Employment history alignment, make sure all the dates and all the positions are aligned. Social media and online activity cleanup, technical red flags, make sure that you never admit to any like unauthorized access. Drug and legal screenings, how big is this? Depends on the kind of company that you work for. We've had somebody go out there and take a job at like a very, 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 I would say, prestigious private school in a very prestigious, like celebrities' kids go there in LA. That was somewhat of yeah, those things, they matter. If you talk about it up front, and you get ahead of it, now they know. If they got to go ahead and play catch up with you, you got to understand you're not just selling to them. They have people they got to answer to too on their end, so you want to get ahead of it. Make sure that your references, are ready to go. So if they need to call anybody to do a quick reference check, they're ready. Great people to have is like your professors, lab partners, like at least for like our program right now, we've gamed a lot of the curriculum with AI. Sometimes and sometimes people feel like, oh yeah, I can go out there and speed through the curriculum. Well, all of a sudden they list out their professor as like, or their instructor here as their reference, and they don't know, and it's just like, because they didn't tell us that they're in the job hunt section yet, right? And they're like, yeah, who is that person? You want to let people know I'm going to the job hunt right now. If you need to give your reference, whoever it is, you need to tell, even like people that used to work for me, if you're in the interview process somewhere, you need to give me a heads up so that I know that I should be expecting to a call. And I've never held anybody back. If there's something that you want me to say, fluff, lies, or otherwise, truth, like you need to let me know. And you need to let me, right now it's so much voice phishing, right? You need to let me know. Security clearance, if applicable. This is for somebody that's either working for a government or an agency or a company that sells directly to the government. Final verification. Red flags, lying about the certifications. I've actually seen this shit like a lot where people lie about like, I've got this. And they literally, it's like watching the show Suits. They're like, ask me about one of the modules. I know it. I'm just not a good test taker. Don't do those kind of things. Make sure that your background check is absolutely squared away. Some additional tips that I really want to go ahead and let people know are the following things. Number one, first and foremost, you need to go ahead and plan for like, I have not seen people start at their set start date. I've not seen a lot of people do that. Why? Companies have also been laying off a lot of people, such as recruiters, right? Background checks, because in the last 2.5 years, there was a lot of volatility in tech. They've also been laying off people. There wasn't enough people needed to run background checks because there wasn't really that much hiring being done. So what ended up happening was basically this. Takes longer. So they say 2 weeks, and then they come back 2 weeks later. If you quit your job or whatnot, they say they need another 2 weeks. What I've seen a lot right now, and you guys can call fluff, but I've seen a lot of people where they started 4 weeks from their initial or like an extra 2 weeks beyond the initial start date, right? So don't be so eager to hand in your notice because you might need that job, but also for what I want to do with my people is making sure that they have a backlog of interviews packed. So if offer number 1 goes out the window, you have backups 1, 2, 3, 4 ready to go. I'm a big fan of multiple offers because you have to go out there and take care of yourself. What happens if that offer gets taken away from you? Boom. And then you already quit your job. Ooh. And then now you're left with no income. Not good. So background check, make sure all that stuff is ready to go. Join me in school for the challenge. We're going to go out there and let me show you how you can go out there and land a job within 30 days. Let's get it.